Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Begley.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
We have already started here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Szoboszlai has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Timber. Big chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. He'll try to keep this alive. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, you can't really overlook the importance of Bruno Fernandes in this side. A lot of players of his ilk may be seen rightly or wrongly as luxury players, and he's anything but.
Osimhen! Now, who's can? Oh, he's been caught napping. He won't be happy with that one.
Oh, sweet.
Has a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
So that's going to be another corner. Corner number 2 then. Gabriel getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Marquinhos. Looking for options for movement. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And now they can spring out of defence. Vinicius Junior is wide and looking to get onto this. Could move up a gear here. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Vinicius Junior going face to face with his great rival. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, what's he giving here? Yeah, the referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Mbappe is standing over this one, and a real chance to break the deadlock. Mbappe! That was travelling. Szoboszlai, passing is crisp and sharp. Nice looking ball. Now can they get it back? Tries to... and he shoots! It's there! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the...
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Votre attention, s'il vous plaît. Les personnes chargées de la sécurité sont priées de se présenter au PC Sécurité.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
And already we're underway here.
So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way.
Haaland.
It has been a rather gentle affair so far.
That's an imaginative pass.
Mohamed Salah.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Knocks it into space. And it's Rice.
There's the shot! And he's done it!
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So, a breakthrough already.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Osimhen. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them.
And the score is 1-0. Here comes another cross.
Cleared without hesitation. Timber.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Vinicius Junior!
Oh, he's been caught napping.
It is a corner. They've played it short. Vinicius Junior.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Osimhen. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Tchouaméni. Timber could try cutting inside here. Bruno Fernandes to Osimhen. Decent progress down the left. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Casemiro. Marquinhos.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Timber. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Casemiro looking to penetrate opposition lines. Lukaku. And that is expertly dealt with. Timber. Oh, can he get onto this? Defending was strong and firm. Good running, strong and purposeful. That is ended up in no man's land. Vinicius Junior powering forward here. And it's Timber. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Vietnam on the spot for parity. Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Nuno Mendes. And it's half-time here. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And that's the second half started. Van Dijk. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Rice receives it in a good position here.
Osimhen really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Osimhen. That's very neat. Plays a sharp little ball here. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Turns and goes back. Oh, such a clever touch. Nuno Mendes. Mendes made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. That has not gone well. Tchouaméni. And here's Haaland, and it's Timber. Now that looks a decent ball. Haaland. And Haaland! Oh, taken with style. And the comeback is complete. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Substitution on the field. Number 19.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 7.
Vietnam go
Vinicius
into the lead.
Junior.
Well, they've done the hard part now,
27,
Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Pedri.
Bouts of
Number
passing here,
25.
really easy on the eye.
Mendes.
Passes coming off in quick
On the
succession.
field.
Surely!
Number 14.
Oh,
Eucharist.
denied! Brilliantly!
Sheshko really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Matthias Cunha. Number 6, Frankie de Jong. Number 13, Kukurea. Substitutions taking place.
Corner number 2 then. Cleared away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And the shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Tchouaméni played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. Shifted upfield. Vinicius Junior, he is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's found a way through. Oh, sweet feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Half an hour gone in the second half. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Cambodia really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Goulet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vietnam do have a chance to counter here. Timber. Nice looking ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
This is the time you need that pace.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
De Jong. Timber. He is through here. Very nicely done. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Vietnam have their second corner now.
Vietnam nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Saliba making good progress on the right-hand side. And it's Cucurella. Tchouaméni.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And they've got rid. That's been cut out, well played. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Keep the ball and you win the... So that's it, it is all over. Well, what a game, unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here? And it's been given away. Out of play for a throw. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Casemiro. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Van Dijk. He's in a great position here.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Vinicius Junior. Big chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Rice clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Tchouaméni gets good distance on it. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Osimhen receives it in a good position here.
Osimhen really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Played out to the right. And it's Pedri. Nice looking ball. Casemiro. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Nuno Mendes. Oh, this is a terrific run. Deep cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Now it's Haaland, and he's been shifted off it. So we're still where we started right now. Well, that is one way to stop him. Tchouaméni, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, played right into his path. Haaland is onto it in a flash. Van de Ven. And Marquinhos. Van Dijk. Almost half an hour in now. Lovely, now then. Showing good feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Osimhen touches it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Now it's Haaland. And it's Timber. Over to the left. Now this could be a chance. Nice control. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Howson. And they've switched it over to the other side. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Timber. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's in on goal! Tries to pass it through.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to.
Can he finish? And he's done it! First blood drawn.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Timber made a search from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
That's good running with the ball.
Osimhen! It's anyone's ball.
A really close shave, and the last action of the first half.
There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Cambodia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And here's Mohamed Salah. And it's Rice.
Casemiro.
And here's Bruno Fernandes. Nice interception, well timed. Konate makes the interception.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that.
Great chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Pinches it off him. Timber. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rice. Rice charging forward, the ball at his feet.
Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here.
Mohamed Salah being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Some resolute defending there. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Now the ball in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That'll be a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Vinicius Junior.
And it's Salah.
Number 19, Erling Haaland. Number
Now, he's
27,
got space here, and he was quick to react.
Number 10,
Matheus
Pedri.
Cunha.
Number 25,
De Jong.
Nuno
Your
Mendes.
impressions so far, Jim?
Coming on
Well, the time has
field,
arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Number 14,
He's having a shot! It is a fantastic goal! About as smooth cruising. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Osimhen simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived, and boy, did he hit it.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
It's Timber. Tries a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, good spread. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Timber. That is a brilliant interception. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Rafinha picks it up out wide. Real chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple. I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Fires it in low.
Cambodia are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
And here's Rafinha. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Just 5 minutes left. Rafinha. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And here's Lukaku. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he finish? Sticks it away!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So, just the consolation, or is there a way back from here? And he's worked it through. Osimhen stood his ground strongly. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now there's a fox. Shot a goal! He's got a goal! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
Please turn your attention to the screen for information.
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.